Hey, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Racha HaKodash. I want to give double honors to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. You know, this is where I'm out in Nebraska camp, and I just wanted to just make a pit stop to, go into the Lord's or Yahweh's omnipotency, okay? And that word omnipotency, he's omnipresent and he's omnipotent. But it says almighty, possessing infinite power. Okay, all powerful. All goes back to omni and potent, goes back to powerful. All right, just like call El, you know what I'm saying? Which is call Allah, which is all powerful, which is synonymous with Superman's name. Which is a play off of Yahweh Shai. But the Most High is he's omnipotent, okay? And just looking at this video, as you can see in the video, this what it looks like is, some outer space, but the thing is that there's an orb of light that travels from left, and then it redirects and goes in a different direction, which is proof that it's not a star or anything of normal outer space product. You know what I'm saying? Or like stars or meteors or however, satellites, because nothing can come to a dead stop like that and then dart off with that type of speed. And Esau, try to shoot his bolt of lightning at it, and I'll show in post-production, the weaponry, the type of weaponry. It's a magnetic bullet, that they use, and they speculated that it was that. And I'll show that in post-production. You know what I'm saying? So before we do that, this is our salvation. You know what I'm saying? And this type of salvation is not typical, okay? It's not education. It's not voting, all right? It's supernatural. And when you go into Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, it says, then a righteous man shall stand in great boldness, which is us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are prophesying, all right, on these highways and byways, whether y'all believe it or not, whether y'all like it or not, we're fulfilling that lot. We can say it is being done. Here where we read this scripture, okay? It says, before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Now, who is that? It's talking about Esau, all right? They did everything what they did with slavery and more things than that. And like to call Jake poor, bums, uneducated, your frontal cortex and things like that, But continuing on, it says, when they see it, not only Esau, but 2/3 non-believers, heathen, all right, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at what the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Yeah, you thought salvation was in your AR-15, your money, your voting, your game plan on planet Earth. But when you start seeing them chariots, which Esau has been seeing, all right, and seeing the ability to travel at that rate of speed, stop at a dime, and then turn in a different direction, which leads me to go into the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 20, okay? Pull it up real quick. All right, going to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 20. And it says here, whithersoever the spirit, because I just jumped straight to the point, because it's a little lengthy read, but it's talking about, how the creatures, there was multiple creatures, that were on it. And those creatures are representations of one chariot. So, when it says all these faces, not like one side had a lion face, one and had wings on one side. No, it was all of it. The wings represented something, the lion represented something, and the face of a man represented things. It was a wisdom, flight, devouring power, fearlessness, things of that nature. All right, so it says, and when the creature, verse 19, when the creature living, and when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. All right, those are the living creatures, are the angels. Okay, and when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. So the thing is how chariots work. There is no steering wheel. There is no. Let me put it in park. Let me warm the engine up. If you when you say I want to go left, I want to go right, that's where you go at the drop of a dime. It don't slow down. It don't accelerate, decelerate, type of thing. It just go in that direction and go at the speed you want it to do. Like they were saying in the video, the ability for us as human beings to travel at that rate of speed, stop, and then go in a different direction, you'll die. You'll die. Your body can't handle that type of G-force in the beginning, and to stop and then go in a different direction at the drop of a dime and increase at the same speed, you'll die. Your body can't maintain that. And that's why it's beautiful, because this type of technology is far beyond Esau's understanding, man. Okay, they got to turn on their plane. They got to bank and do certain things to travel in different directions. Esau can't win no firefight with no chariot that can do that. That can fly just as fast as you fly, accelerate, like they did the missile, go into the front of it, go behind it, go underneath and go around it, zoom around and get a good look, and then take off. Esau can't compete with that, man. Okay, they could barely get with that dancing missile that Iran has, let alone a chariot. Okay, it says, whithersoever the spirit was to go, right, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them, for the living creature was in the wheels. Okay, and this is what it's showing you. Wherever that angel wanted to go, it's gonna go. Oh, what the hell y'all doing? Let me get out of here. Niggas playing too much. And just turn and go. Ain't no let me get out of here. You gotta check your mirrors. You gotta put in reverse, and if you're going forward too fast, it's gonna grind your gear up. And no, we ain't. The Lord ain't dealing on the same technical playing field. All right? And it's a call, halal Yahbashim Yahushai, to see his might and his glorious omnipotency. You know, because Esau like bragging about his B-2 bombers and his nuclear missiles. You know, and the Lord got the ability to just, unleash those missiles, deactivate them, do what he wants. You know, and this is a healthy reminder. So with that being said, we'll give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rechak double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Shalom.
This is at night. It's moving into the sunrise. The shuttle is moving into the sunrise. Notice there are objects that are moving around down there.
What are those flashes of light we're seeing on the...
That's lightning.
Okay.
Which is interesting,
yeah,
because the next video I'm going to show you, it's pretty interesting stuff. Now, if you watch the center of the screen, right about in here, in a couple minutes, you're going to see an object. And that object is going to pop right up over the physical horizon.
Okay.
And then it's going to move to the left, and then something's going to happen. Okay, come on, play.
It says it's still playing.
Okay. So.
Is it slowed down, or is that our computer?
I think it's the computer.
Maybe just pause it for a quick second, maybe let it catch up.
There we go.
There we go.
So there it pops up, flies along.
Yep.
Right over the horizon, and then...
I see it.
Bang.
Wow.
1 shot fired, 2 shots fired.
Wow.
45-degree turn instantly.
Into space.
Into space.
So this is not an aircraft reflection. That it flew into space.
Yep.
And what did we see? Were those launches?
Well, let's talk about that. Let's catch it. So it pops up over the physical horizon.
Yep.
It had to be, and people have done calculations on this before. It has to be about as big as a space shuttle to even be visible. It pops up over the horizon. It flies along the horizon, the physical horizon of the Earth. The flash goes off. That's what. Come on, baby. flies along the physical horizon, and it's traveling at several thousand miles per hour, apparently in the atmosphere.
Right. I mean, it must be. We see the curvature of the Earth.
Yep. Sorry for you flat earthers there. And then bang, it turns, it accelerates, it goes through the air glow layer. One thing, two things get shot, and it disappears. So, a couple of interesting factoids about this video. Dr. Jack Kasher of Nebraska, physicist out of Nebraska, said, it broke it down frame by frame. He said the object, when the flash goes off, actually stops for 1.5 seconds, comes to a complete dead stop, goes from like 1,000 miles an hour to a dead stop, and then 45 degrees. The turn itself, if there was a physical pilot inside, would be the equivalent of dropping like a 14-story building on you. So whatever this is, it has an inertial dampening field, which makes it able to make a turn like that. Flying along, stop, and then like that.
But that also fits into the warp drive we were talking about.
Exactly, the technology we talked about earlier. That
right, you have no inertia in that inside.
Exactly,
there.
you're because you're in Star Trek. It's a subspace bubble, right? And which is why photon torpedoes wouldn't really work. But we're not going to get into that. And then so then the Flash. Now I've argued this with James Oberg, big fat NASA guy, and gone back and forth with lots of them.
Let's not attack his weight. Go ahead.
Come on. Last time I heard from him, I'm like, you're still alive? Anyway. Sorry. But okay. So James Oberg, I've already argued with this guy. Oh, well, that's just a vernier thruster on the shuttle. They have these little thrusters to maneuvering thrusters, right? So the Flash. So what he didn't know is that I know a guy, L. Blaine Hammond. I know a guy who used to fly the space shuttle. Flew 7 shuttle missions. He's a pilot. So I had him at MUFON OC with Dr. Bob Wood. And I said, Blaine, have you ever seen a flash like that? He goes, never.
Never.
I've been in space for like 100 hours, and the thrusters don't do that. You don't see a flash. You see nothing. Whatever that is, it's got nothing to do with the space shuttle. And then the streaks, okay?
I wonder about those.
Guess where they were? Right over the CIA base at Pine Gap, Australia.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what were the streaks?
Well,
because they were moving really fast.
Hoagland actually speculated in his excellent analysis on this that they were probably a railgun. That a railgun, which is just super accelerates particles into space, but it was no match, obviously, for what we saw in the video.
Watch this electromagnetic railgun in action. Railguns do away with the use of conventional explosives, instead using an incredibly powerful electric current to launch projectiles far and fast. In 2007, the U.S. Navy tested an electromagnetic railgun by firing it at a world record 10.64 megajoules, and the 7-pound test slug attained an incredible muzzle velocity of 8,268 feet per second. It was estimated that the same model could spew out 20 slugs in less than 1 minute and hit targets up to 63 nautical miles away. In 2021, though, the U.S. Navy pulled the plug on the much-hyped electromagnetic railgun, shifting resources to the development of hypersonic missiles and other high-tech weapons instead. Watch this electromagnetic